great to be home.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's fun to get away, too. Oh, our hotel room in Bay City was so beautiful. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it had its moments.
New Year's Eve was pretty great, too, huh? Oh, I wish I would have remembered to bring the pickled herring.
Pickled what?
You're supposed to eat pickled herring on New Year's Eve so that the next year you have lots of money.
Right. What if you eat nachos?
Doesn't mean a thing. You know, the problem with traveling is that you get kind of grimy. Mind if I take the first shower?
No. Go right ahead.
Okay.
Oh, check the voicemail.
I love this bracelet. I can't believe you bought it for me. It was so sweet for a wedding present. I mean, I know it's for the INS and everything, but I still love it. Even if it is a copy of the one Lily has.
Better get a move on, Katie. Agent Halliwell wants us in his office for another Q&A.
Yeah, I have a pretty big cue for you, Simon.
Yeah, what's that?
What was Lily Snyder doing on our honeymoon? Read the inscription.
Why? Why?
Because this is not a fake. It's the real thing. This is Lily's bracelet.
I don't see any inscription. I don't see...
It says right here. To my Al, love H. Good thing I have 20/20 vision.
Yeah, put this on before you catch a cold.
Oh, what are we doing? Playing Simon Says now?
No, I think you have to calm down.
That's why you were trying to get rid of me the whole time. Where was she hiding, huh? Simon, under the bed?
Who?
Lily! She followed us to Bay City. She was in our hotel room. Don't deny it. You dragged along your mistress.
I didn't drag Lily anywhere. She knew we were going to Bay City and she wanted to surprise me.
How could she do that? We were on our honeymoon.
Oh, a make-believe honeymoon, Katie.
Does that give you any right to keep me in the dark? Why didn't you just tell me that
I don't know.
was there?
I didn't want to upset you.
You know what upsets me? Being made a fool of. Don't ever do it again.
Or what? What, you'll leave? I don't want to be cruel, Katie, but you're here because you want to be and you have nowhere else to go. For the next 2 years, I don't either. So this situation, imperfect as it is, serves us both.
Not if you and your married lover are laughing at me behind my back.
Oh, come on. Please, stop acting like the betrayed bride.
Then what am I, Simon?
Someone who's forgetting what this arrangement is all about. The only reason I am enduring any of this is so that one day I can be with Lily, and I have never deceived you about that.
Fine. But when you and I made this arrangement, no one ever said anything about sharing a hotel room with Lily. You may love her, but I don't, Simon.
Okay. Okay, maybe we handled it badly, and I'm sorry, but it's over with.
How do you know it's over?
I'll just give it a rest.
Do you think I was the only one who was clued in that we were having a honeymoon built for 3?
Well, who else are you worried about?
Someone could have found out, Simon. The wrong person could blow the whistle on this whole thing in a heartbeat.
I'm kind of busy right now. I've got some work that I need to do. So maybe you...
Montgomery, take my dreams. Not without a fight.
Look, if you're afraid someone might have followed us, I think we would have found out by now. No one knows Lily was there.
How do you know?
Because she was only there a few minutes and nothing happened, okay? So there was nothing to see.
What is she saving me for?
Stop it, you have no right.
I have every right. I am your wife, and if you two lovebirds can't learn to accept that, how is the INS
Well,
going?
maybe it isn't worth it, you know, trying to make this sham marriage work.
Don't you try and back out of this now. You got me into this, you and your mistress.
Do not call her that. Lily is not my mistress.
Sorry, most people who are having an affair actually have sex.
You know what you're trying to do? You're trying to make what happened in Bay City an attack against you, and it wasn't.
I could go to jail for you, Simon. I put myself on the line.
I know that.
Can't we just at least have a few weeks to get our act together before Lily comes knocking at the door begging for a sleepover? Agent Halliwell knows that she wants you. He is waiting for her to blow our cover. I wouldn't be surprised if he knew already that she was with us on our honeymoon.
He doesn't know that.
Why do you think he wants to see us this
Because
afternoon?
when we got back, he wanted us to check in.
What if he has pictures of you and Lily? What if some undercover INS agent took
That
pictures?
is ridiculous. I told you we weren't there long enough.
She was there long enough to drop her anniversary gift from Holden.
The INS are not the FBI. We are not on the 10 most wanted list.
Well, I think for your own safety, you should stay away from Lily Snyder. Not forever. 2 years. Can you be a faithful husband for at least 2 years?
That wasn't part of the deal.
Yeah, well, it is now. Starting today at the INS office, or you and I could be headed for twin chain gangs.
Frazier, he just showed up one day. He was posing as an architect. And he convinced my wife to hire him to redesign our family room.
Without any qualifications?
He talked a good game, and my wife fell for it.
I bet he didn't finish the job.
He came close. He was doing some electrical wiring, and, well, he nearly burned my house down.
Oh. Yeah, I guess wiring isn't one of his many talents. What's that saying? Jack of all trades, master of...
None.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. He seems to be the master of a good con.
Didn't con me.
Yeah, how about your wife? You think he's still conning her?
I don't know.
That surprises me, Mr. Snyder. Didn't your wife run away with Mr. Frazier to Atlantic City and was gone for months?
It wasn't exactly a pleasure trip. They were abducted at gunpoint and forced to fly away to this deserted island.
You'll forgive me, but that sounds a little fishy, like something a wife would say after the fact, after the fling was over.
No, that's not how it happened. There was no fling.
How do you know?
Because I rescued them.
Really? From the remote desert island in the middle of the Atlantic? So tell me, how was our little Swiss family Robinson living when you found them? In separate caves? Mr. Snyder, you were saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
You and your wife separated after this daring rescue. That's not a happy ending to this story, but I guess no good deed goes unpunished.
Mr. Halliwell, I really don't think that my marriage is any of your business.
If Simon Frazier is responsible for your separation, then it is my business. Are you going to let him get away with this? It's not just your wife he's hurting, but a young girl named Catherine Peretti, who he claims to have a bona fide marriage with, but he's just using her to get a green card and maybe a green light from your wife.
I told you before, I don't know what the guy's up to. I have no idea.
Then you have no knowledge of what might have happened when the Fraziers took their alleged honeymoon trip?
What?
My office has learned that your wife was away over New Year's Eve. Do you know where she went?
Big night last night.
Not really.
Must have been. For you to have someone that you're barely speaking to watch the kids all night long. Could have called me, you know. I would have watched them.
I didn't want to impose, and my plans were last minute, and as you've told me, Rose loves the children, so she was there.
And you were with Simon. What exactly do you want from me?
Confirmation. You tell me that the relationship between your wife and Simon Frazier is a happening thing, and he's history. Out of here, deported. An anonymous tip. Nobody has to know. What do you say?
You think you can just come in here, get all down home and chatty, and expect me to rip my wife's heart out and serve it to you on a platter?
Is that confirmation?
No. It's not a confirmation. I'm not about to sell anyone out. Especially my wife. Not even Frazier.
I didn't mean to offend you.
No, you meant to drop the bait. See if a jealous husband would take it and ruin another man's life.
What about your life?
What about it?
Do you enjoy being separated from your children?
All right, that's it. I want you out of here.
I didn't mean to offend, Mr. Snyder. I'm only trying to point out that before Frazier came into your life, you were a contented man with a beautiful family.
Good.
I hate to see any home splintered as yours has been.
Are you a marriage counselor, too?
I'm merely trying to expedite matters. At the very least, the deportation of a certain Australian opportunist might bring you and Lily, Luke, and Faith all under the same roof again. Without distractions. Maybe you and your wife can work things out. All you have to do is say the word, and the major distraction will be removed. Simon Frazier will be deported today.
Like I said, you better leave.
I hope things work out. If you change your mind, here's my card.
Katie's car had broken down and she was trying to thumb a ride into town. You know, she just looked so bedraggled. I had to stop. She was crying.
Because her car broke down? Why is that such a tragedy?
Well, the thing is, it wasn't her car. It was her brother Craig's. And she was afraid he was going to get angry.
So you wanted to cheer her up?
Right. Yes. Well, there were these wild daisies growing on the side of the road. You know, so what I did, I wove a crown of flowers and put it on her head.
Good place for a crown.
Yeah. Oh, she looked just like a queen.
You're a real poet, Mr. Fraser. You know, this courtship reminds one of when knighthood was still in flower.
Sure, if you say so.
You know, I was just remarking to someone about your many talents. World traveler, mechanic, architect, I just heard that one today, and now floral designer. Mrs. Gordon, would you ask Mrs. Fraser to step in here, please?
Hey.
Hi, babe.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Well, you both get an A+ on your oral exams. Call me crazy, but it sure sounds as if you newlyweds did your homework on your honeymoon.
Work. Did you say work? Learning love is pure joy. I want to spend the rest of my life getting to know him.
How does it feel, Simon, to have such a beautiful young woman talk about you in such glowing terms?
Are you kidding me? It feels amazing. Why wouldn't it?
I can think of a reason why.
You know, Mr. Halliwell, I think you're embarrassing Simon. You know, he's Australian, so they don't really talk about their feelings as openly as we do. So if that'll be all for today, then we'll get going.
Sit down, Mrs. Fraser. We're not through here yet.
Okay.
You want to know why your stories don't sound right?
I thought you said we both got an A+.
Exactly. That's what's wrong with them. No two people, no matter how passionate or in love they are, tell the same story in exactly the same way. See, we like to hear of C- stories. They ring true because they're not right. They get it wrong. They're not rehearsed. Now, I just told you a trade secret. Now it's your turn to share.
Haven't we shared enough for one day?
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you? But see, I know you're lying. And it puts a real crimp in my day when people lie to me.
We're not lying. We are happily married.
I wish I could believe that, Mrs. Fraser. I wish I could move on to the next case, but not until I hear the truth. That you're forcing this young woman to participate in a charade that will cost her a prison term, 5 years to be exact, and a $250,000 fine. But I suggest that even without criminal prosecution, this so-called marriage will be sufficient punishment.
You know, you can't call us frauds, Agent Halliwell, because we know that in our hearts that we're not.
Except that there's a third party involved, Lily Snyder.
Yeah, just leave her out of this.
I can't. Because I have information that Lily Snyder accompanied you on your honeymoon trip.
Oh, now I've heard everything. That's ridiculous.
No, your marriage is ridiculous. If you come clean about it, Mrs. Fraser, I might not press charges. Think about it while you still have a chance. People in your situation often feel they don't have any options, but you do.
I thank you so much for being so kind to me, Mr. Halliwell. I know that you truly have my best interest at heart. But Lily Snyder on our honeymoon, it's absolutely not true. I swear that I never saw her. Word of honor.
Maybe she was hiding under the bed.
Or in the closet.
Are you all right?
I just need a bit of water.
I'll be right back.
What's wrong with you?
What do you think? He scared me. me after death. You and your stupid girlfriend are gonna...
Keep your voice down, he might be listening.
You? They'll only deport. Me, I get 5 years and a lifetime of death?
He's not going to do that. He was just trying to scare you,
Yeah,
that's
well,
all.
he certainly succeeded.
Come on, Katie, let's not forget that this whole marriage idea was yours, not mine.
That's before I knew Lily was such a bloodhound and would be following you everywhere we go. No, she is ruining this for us.
Wait, where are you going? What am I going to tell Halliwell?
Does it matter?
Don't do this, please.
Get your hands off of me. Oh, that's something I should have done a long time ago.
Mrs. Fraser, you forgot your water. Lovers quarrel. A gift from her devoted hubby?
Katie's just very upset, that's all.
Yeah, I would be too if I were facing a prison term.
Please, don't provoke my wife. She's very sensitive.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
Yeah, I can tell.
You know, while I'm passing out warnings, Fraser, here's one for you. That sensitive little wife of yours, she's going to give you up. So I'd pack my bags if I were you.
Yeah? Well, you're not me.
If your wife is as upset as you say she is, you might be better off in Australia.
Mr. Halliwell, if you had any real evidence, I'd already be on my way.
Oh, I've got evidence. Just not enough.
You got nothing. You got just a lot of threats and theories.
I've been at this game a long time. I've got radar, ESP.
Spooky. What, you read minds?
I read people, and I'm right 90% of the time. And we both know I'm right about you.
Is that all? Am I dismissed?
And I'm right about your wife. She wants it all. And if she doesn't get it, Mrs. Fraser is not the type to risk prison for a man that doesn't love her.
Oh, no. Excuse me for not calling first, but you don't exactly stand on ceremony, so what should I?
I don't know what you're doing here, but this really isn't a good time. Faith is just about to wake up
Oh,
from her nap,
really?
so...
Spare the devoted mother routine. You didn't really mind that your children were alone on New Year's Eve, did you?
What are you talking about?
You crashed my honeymoon, you selfish wench. I am so sick of you. You think you're so superior, don't you? Well, think again, because Halliwell, you know, the INS agent, he's onto you. He knows exactly what you did. So don't ever even think about doing something that stupid again, okay? From now on, I want you to stay away from Simon. I'm warning you. Stay out of my marriage, stay out of my life.